Welcome back to Top Celebrities Data. In this second part, we continue remembering the remaining stars of Carry On. Though time has passed, their legacy still touches millions. Let's look back at their final years and lasting impact. Jimmy Logan, born in 1928, played two roles in the Carry On series, including a campy TV host in Carry On Girls, and the main character, Cecil Gaybody, in Carry On Abroad, bringing comic Scottish flair. He died of cancer on April 13, 2001, age 73. Rosalind Knight, born in 1933, appeared in two early Carry On films as composed young characters. Nurse Nightingale in Carry On, nurse and schoolgirl Felicity Wheeler in Carry On Teacher. She passed away peacefully on December 19, 2020, aged 87. Betty Marsden, born in 1919, brought a larger-than-life comedic presence in two Carry On films, including a mysterious role in Carry On Regardless, and the lusty aristocrat Lady Crawley in Carry On Camping. She died of heart failure on July 18, 1998, at age 79. Dora Bryan, born in 1923, was a guest lead in the original Carry On Sergeant as Nora, a cheeky army wife. A respected comedic actress of stage and screen, she passed away at age 90 on July 23, 2014, after years battling Alzheimer's. Harry H. Corbett, born in 1925, starred in the horror spoof Carry On Screaming, 1966, as Detective Sergeant Sidney Bung, a Victorian sleuth parody. Known for Steptoe and Son, he died of a heart attack at age 57 on March 21, 1982. Roy Castle, born in 1932, played Captain Keene, the dashing young officer in Carry On, Up the Khyber, 1968. His talents in song and dance made him a memorable leading man. He died of lung cancer on September 2, 1994, age 62. William Hartnell, born in 1908, was the original leading man of Carry On Sergeant, 1958, portraying Sergeant Major Grimshaw, the tough drill instructor. He later became famous as the first Doctor Who. Hartnell died at 67 from heart failure on April 23, 1975. Imogen Hassall, born in 1942, played Jenny Grubb in Carry On Loving, 1970. A shy woman seeking a husband through computer dating. Known as the Countess of Cleavage, she was memorable in her only Carry On role. She died at 38 in 1980. Wilfred Hyde White, born in 1903, was a distinguished character actor who appeared once in Carry On as the Colonel in Carry On Nurse, 1959. He played the dignified hospital benefactor caught in comic mishaps. He died of heart failure on May 6, 1991, at 87. Donald Houston, born in 1923, starred in Carry On Jack, 1963, as First Officer Jonathan Howett, the charming naval hero. His grounded performance helped balance the film's comedic tone. He died at home in Wales on October 13, 1991, age 68. Bob Monkhouse, born in 1928, was the leading man in Carry On Sergeant, playing Charlie Sage, a nervous recruit who unexpectedly might win the Best Platoon prize. His quick wit and charm made him a standout in the first Carry On film. He died of prostate cancer on December 29, 2003, age 75. Lance Percival, born in 1933, starred as the bumbling ship's cook, Wilfred Haynes, in Carry On Cruising, 1962. His seasickness and antics caused chaos on the cruise liner, while his musical comedy talents added charm, including singing in the film. He died on January 10, 2015, aged 81 after a long illness. Ted Ray, born in 1905, led Carry On Teacher, 1959, as William Wakefield, the kind-hearted headmaster whose students create chaos to keep him at the school. His warm yet authoritative presence was key to the film's humor. He died of a heart attack on November 8, 1977, age 72. Danny Robin, born in 1927, was a French film star who guest starred as Jacqueline in Don't Lose Your Head, 1966, a comedy set during the French Revolution. She played the romantic interest caught in the comedic farce. She died tragically in a fire in Paris on May 25, 1995, age 68. Phil Silvers, born in 1911, was a famous American comedian who starred in Follow That Camel, 1967, a carry-on film set in the Foreign Legion. He played Sergeant Knocker, bringing his distinctive outsider comedy style. He died of a heart attack on November 1, 1985, age 74. Ian Lavender, born in 1946, appeared late in the Carry On series as Private Butler, a confused archaeology student in Carry On Behind, 1975. Known for his role as Private Pike in Dad's Army, he brought innocence and humor. He died on February 3, 2024, age 77, after a long illness. Susan Stephen, born in 1931, was the leading lady in Carry On Nurse, 1959, as staff nurse Georgie Axwell, a sweet and sensible trainee nurse and love interest of the male lead. Her gentle presence balanced the film's comedy. She died on April 21, 2000, aged 68. Bruce Boa, born in 1930, had a cameo as an American ambassador in Carry On Emmanuel, 1978. This Canadian-born actor was better known for appearances in Fawlty Towers and Star Wars. He died of cancer on April 17, 2004, age 73. Martin Body, born in 1907, appeared in two early Carry On films, Carry On Sergeant and Carry On Nurse, often as a kindly authority figure like a brigadier. His character roles brought steady presence. He died on October 24, 1975, age 68, cause not public. Wilfrid Brambell, born in 1912, appeared in the same two early films as Martin Body, often portraying similar authority figures. He was a respected character actor known for his versatile roles. He died on October 24, 1975, age 68, with cause not publicly known. Johnny Briggs, born in 1935, had small roles in three Carry On films, including Carry On, Up the Khyber, Carry On Behind, and Carry On England. He later became well known for his long-running role in Coronation Street. He died on February 28, 2021, aged 85 after battling Alzheimer's. Jeremy Bullock, born in 1945, made a brief, uncredited appearance as a schoolboy in Carry On Teacher, 1959, an early role before gaining fame as Boba Fett in Star Wars. He passed away on December 17, 2020, at age 75 due to complications from Parkinson's disease. Gerald Campion, born in 1921, best remembered as TV's Billy Bunter, played Andy Galloway, one of the hapless recruits in Carry On Sergeant. His comedic clumsiness brought charm to the barracks scenes. He died on July 9, 2002, aged 81, from natural causes. Ronnie Brody, born in 1918, was a character actor who appeared in two Carry On films, as a restaurant patron in Carry On Don't Lose Your Head, and as Henry, a frustrated boyfriend, in Carry On Loving. He passed away on May 8, 1991, at age 72. The cause of death was not widely reported. Patrick Cargill, born in 1918, appeared briefly in two Carry On films, as a snooty civil servant in Carry On Regardless, and as the first officer in Carry On Jack. Known for his ability to portray suave and officious characters, his roles in the series were short yet memorable. He died peacefully at home on May 23, 1996, age 77. The cause of death was not publicly disclosed. John Carlin, born in 1929, had minor roles in the 1970s Carry On films, notably Carry On England and Carry On Emmanuel, typically as background military characters. He was better known for his appearances in the Carry On TV series. He died on November 19, 2017, at age 88, presumably from natural causes. Norman Chappell, born in 1925, appeared in 2 Carry On films, including as the Union Shop steward in Carry On Cabby, a role originally intended for Kenneth Williams, and as a fugitive royalist in Carry On Henry. He often played mild-mannered but stubborn characters. He died on July 21, 1983, at age 58. The cause of death was not widely reported. Peggy Ann Clifford, born in 1921, was a character actress who made a small, uncredited cameo appearance in Carry On Cleo, 1964, briefly seen in palace scenes. She was well known as Tony Hancock's comic foil on television. She passed away on May 26, 1986, age 64. The cause of death was not publicly disclosed. Francis DeWolf, born in 1913, was a veteran character actor who played the captain of Cleopatra's Guard in Carry On Cleo. His booming voice and commanding presence gave the role great impact. He died on April 18, 1984, aged 70. The cause of death was not widely reported. Noel Dyson, born in 1916, appeared in 2 Carry On films, as a concerned housewife in Carry On Constable and as a supportive client of lady cab drivers in Carry On Cabby. She was famous for playing Ouida in the early years of Coronation Street. She died on June 29, 1995, age 78. The cause of death was likely natural. E.V.H. Emmett, born in 1902, made a unique contribution as the authoritative newsreel-style narrator in Carry On Cleo, 1964, adding comic effect. He was a real newsreel narrator, the only one credited in the series. He died on June 7, 1971, age 68. The cause of death was not widely reported. Jeffrey Hughes, born in 1944, best known as Eddie Yates in Coronation Street, appeared once in Carry On at Your Convenience, 1971, as Willie, a cheeky tradesman. He died from prostate cancer on July 27, 2012, age 68. Hilda Fenimore, born in 1914, appeared in Carry On Nurse as a snobbish, loud wife of a patient, and later made a cameo in Carry On Constable as a woman needing to use a public convenience. She died on April 13, 2004, aged 89, from natural causes. Judith Furse, born in 1912, is best remembered as the villainous Doctor, Crow in Carry On Spying, 1964, one of the rare female antagonists in the series. She also had supporting roles in Carry On, Regardless, and Carry On Cabby. She passed away in South Africa on August 29, 1974, age 62. The cause of death is not widely known. Fred Griffiths, born in 1912, was a real London cab driver turned actor who appeared in 3 Carry On films. As an ambulance driver in Carry On Nurse and as a taxi driver in both Carry On, Regardless, and Carry On Loving. He died on August 27, 1994, at age 82, likely from natural causes. Irene Handel, born in 1901, was a beloved character actress known for her comedic timing. She had small roles in Carry On Nurse as a patient's wife, and in Carry On Constable as a motherly bystander. She passed away on November 29, 1987, aged 86, due to natural causes related to age. Brian Jackson, born in 1931, had a tiny role as the second recruit in Carry On Sergeant, essentially one of the new privates in training. He died on July 2, 2022, at age 91. No public details were given on the cause, likely natural aging. Elizabeth Knight, born in 1944, appeared twice in the series, most notably as the young camper Jane in Carry On Camping, where her bikini top is famously stolen by a fishing hook, and as Nurse Willing in Carry On Again Doctor. She died on August 14, 2005, aged 61. The cause was not publicly known. Toot Lemkov, born in 1918, was a character actor and dancer who made a brief, uncredited appearance as a foreign agent in Carry On Spying, 1964. Often cast in exotic or eccentric bit parts, he died on November 10, 1991, aged 73. The cause of death was not widely noted. Harry Locke, born in 1913, appeared in 3 medical-themed Carry On films: Carry On Nurse, Carry On Doctor, and Carry On Again Doctor, usually as hospital staff or orderlies, including an ambulance man in Carry On Nurse. He was a reliable bit-part actor in British cinema. Locke died on September 17, 1987, age 74, likely from natural causes. Eric Pullman, born in 1913, appeared in 2 Carry On films, often typecast as a sly, foreign character. He was a flirtatious count in Carry On Regardless, and a scheming foreign spy in Carry On Spying, complete with a memorable villainous laugh. He died of a heart attack on July 25, 1979, age 65. Reuben Martin, born in 1921, made a unique contribution by wearing a gorilla suit in Carry On, Up the Jungle, 1970, and again uncredited in Carry On, Emmanuel, 1978, playing comic ape characters. He died on March 5, 1993, age 71. The cause of death is not widely known. Derek Martinez, born in 1931, had a small role as a recruit in Carry On Sergeant. Though his acting career was brief, he became a notable TV director, including work on Doctor Who. He died on March 27, 2014, at age 82 from complications of Alzheimer's disease. Larry Martin, born in 1934, appeared in 2 Carry On films in minor roles, as a shop customer in Carry On at Your Convenience and a short-order cook in Carry On Behind. He is better known as Mr. MASH in Are You Being Served? Martin died of a heart attack on August 7, 1994, age 60. Rick Mayall, born in 1958, was part of the new cast in Carry On Columbus, 1992, with a memorable cameo as the Sultan of Turkey, showing his signature manic energy. He died suddenly from a heart attack on June 9, 2014, age 56. William Mervyn, born in 1912, had uncredited cameos in several films, playing a stuffy officer in Follow That Camel and a doctor in Carry On Again Doctor. He was a veteran actor often cast as dignitaries or officials. Mervyn died on August 6, 1976, age 64. The cause was not widely reported. Olive Milburn, born in 1909, played a bit part in Carry On Cabby, 1963, as one of the Glam Cab's lady taxi drivers, appearing as a motherly figure in the all-female cab company. She died on November 23, 1994, aged 85, from natural causes. Warren Mitchell, born in 1926, made 1 Carry On appearance in Carry On Cleo, 1964, as Spentius, a Roman slave trader in a humorous scene. Mitchell was famous as Alf Garnett on TV. He died on November 14, 2015, aged 89, after living with dementia in his final years. Tricia Noble, born in 1944, had a supporting role in Carry On Camping, 1969, as Nurse Sally, a young camper's supervisor who sings in the musical number. Much of her part was cut in editing. She died on January 23, 2021, after battling mesothelioma, a form of cancer, age 76. Cecil Parker, born in 1897, was a distinguished actor who cameoed in Carry On Jack, 1963, as the narrator and shipyard master, adding class and gravitas in a humorous framing device. He died from pneumonia on April 20, 1971, aged 73. Ambrosine Philpotts, born in 1912, appeared in 2 Carry On films, bringing aristocratic flair. She played the snobbish Lady Dominic in Carry On Regardless and Mrs. Pitt in Carry On Cabby, both adding an upper-class foil to the comedy. She died on October 12, 1980, aged 68. cause not widely noted. Brian Rawlinson, born in 1931, appeared in 3 Carry On films, usually in small roles as servicemen or townsfolk in the background. He died on November 23, 2000, age 69, cause not public, having largely left acting by then. Beryl Reid, born in 1919, made a notable cameo in Carry On Emmanuel, 1978, as an over-the-top fashion designer, a humorous caricature in the opening sequence. She was a respected actress known for many roles. Reid died of pneumonia on October 13, 1996, aged 77. Wendy Richard, born in 1943, appeared in 2 films. A small role as a maternity patient in Carry On Matron, 1972, and a more visible role as Miss Frost, the beauty contest organizer, in Carry On Girls, 1973. She later became famous on Are You Being Served and EastEnders. Richard died of breast cancer on February 26, 2009, age 65. Anton Rogers, born in 1933, featured in 2 early Carry On films as a young naval officer in Carry On Cruising, and had a bit part in Carry On Jack. He later became known for West End and TV work. Rogers died on December 1, 2007, age 74 from heart failure after a short illness. Brian Wilde, born in 1927, a future sitcom star, had a blink-and-miss cameo in Carry On Doctor, 1967, as a salesman who fell victim to a practical joke. Much of his scene was cut. He was to appear in Carry On Henry, 1971, but that part was deleted. Wilde died on March 20, 2008, aged 80, shortly after a fall. Cause given as natural causes, he had been in frail health. Carol Shelley, born in 1939, appeared in 2 films, providing ditzy comedic support as a giggly gold digger in Carry On Regardless and one of the glamorous blondes in Carry On Cabby. She later won fame on Broadway. Shelley died from cancer on August 31, 2018, age 79. Jimmy Thompson, born in 1925, appeared in 3 films, notably as Sam Turner, a naive young cruise ship officer in Carry On Cruising, 1962, plus small roles in Carry On, Regardless, and Carry On Jack. He died on April 21, 2005, age 79, cause not public. He had retired in Spain. Bob Todd, born in 1921, known for working with Benny Hill, made a quick gag appearance in Carry On Again Doctor, 1969, in a slapstick sequence as a patient launched through a ceiling, uncredited. He died from leukemia on October 21, 1992, age 71. Nikki van der Zyl, born in 1935, was a famous voice dubbing artist for James Bond films and appeared uncredited in 2 Carry On films, doubling as Cleopatra's Body in a stunt in Carry On Cleo and playing a messenger girl in Carry On Don't Lose Your Head. She died peacefully on March 6, 2021, aged 85, no specific cause given. Kenneth Waller, born in 1927, had 1 role as a pub barman in Carry On Behind, 1975, replacing another unavailable actor. Waller later became well known as Old Mr. Grace on Are You Being Served? He died on January 28, 2000, aged 72. Cause not widely reported.